As we reported top of the hour, lawmakers are getting restless about the lack of information coming from DHS and Secret Service about the attempted assassination of former President Donald Trump. We're learning now that DHS and the FBI have agreed to hold a phone meeting tomorrow with not just one group or committee, but every House lawmaker. Let's bring in House Majority Leader Steve Scalise. Good to have you on the program. Majority Leader, appreciate your time. So I guess the point of this is that they were finding the requests coming from so many different committees, so many different members. They said, okay, we're just going to do this all at once with a phone call. Do you expect them to come out and give the straight up facts about what they know that led to this?
Well, Sandra and John, good to be with you. I'm not here expecting a lot on this phone call. You don't usually get a lot of candor on these kinds of large phone calls. That's why you need hearings, and we're going to have hearings starting Monday. I know Jamie Comer and the House Oversight Committee are going to be holding a hearing. Chairman Green and the Homeland Security Committee are going to be holding hearings as well. And look, people want answers, deserve answers, and there's still a lot of questions. And, you know, you hear these leaks from the Secret Service, even though the head of the Secret Service herself will not come and address the public, which is a major concern, but they're leaking, trying to blame this on local law enforcement. Look, if they farmed out their major duties to other agencies, it's still their responsibility. And there's major questions about the rooftop. And, you know, did the Secret Service head say that they thought it was too sloped? Well, the 20-year-old had no problem getting up there. You know, this is a major failure that we still need to get to the bottom of what really happened. And we're going to get those answers in a public setting, not on a phone call where it's very, you know, just kind of very generic.
On those 2 points, Congressman, first of all, let's put up some VO here of people identifying the shooter on the roof. Listen here.
There he is right there. Right there, see him? He's laying down, see him? There he is.
Because we have millions and millions of people.
He's on the roof. He's not.
We have people that
right here, right on the roof.
All right, you can hear them saying, officer, there's somebody on the roof. Apparently an officer climbed up there. Crooks apparently pointed his rifle at him. The officer jumped back down off the roof for fear of being shot instead of engaging him. But here's what the Secret Service Director Kim Cheatle said about why they didn't have anybody up on that roof. You mentioned this. Here's what she said.
That building in particular has a sloped roof at its highest point. And so, you know, there's a safety factor that would be considered there, that we wouldn't want to put somebody up on a sloped roof. And so, you know, the decision was made to secure the building from inside.
You pointed out, Congressman, that the shooter didn't have any problem getting up on that roof. And if you look at pictures of the counter sniper team, they were set up on a roof that looked like it had exactly the same slope. So what do you make of that excuse?
I think there's a crisis of confidence right now at the top level of the Secret Service, not the agents on the ground, but the head of the Secret Service. And many of my colleagues have been expressing this same concern. For her to make a statement like that, it raises even more questions. You know, why wasn't a counter sniper team on that rooftop? And as you pointed out, the other roofs had similar slopes. The shooter had no problem maneuvering that roof himself. And so, you know, whether she took this seriously enough or not, we surely haven't gotten the answers that we deserve. And we're going to get those answers. And frankly, there needs to be accountability. Unfortunately, one of the things we've seen from the Biden administration in so many areas of failure is that there is no accountability. And at some point, if somebody doesn't do their job properly, you need to bring in somebody else. This is too important of a job. Your one task is to protect the presidents of the United States and former presidents of the United States. And, you know, all of the other stuff that she's focused on is way outside of the mission. And I think she might have lost sight of the mission.
You got to wonder if she's going to keep her job. She was asked about that in this brand new ABC News interview. Here's how she responded. Listen.
Who is most responsible for this happening?
What I would say is that the Secret Service is responsible for the protection of the former president.
So the buck stops with you?
The buck stops with me. I am the director of the Secret Service. It was unacceptable, and it's something that shouldn't happen again.
Makes you wonder about her future. Are you, Congressman, calling for her departure?
I think that we need new leadership at the top of the Secret Service, somebody who's focused on the mission, the main mission, and that is to protect the President of the United States and former presidents of the United States and the people that they're tasked with protecting. Again, all the other things you see in their mission statement that have nothing to do with that show you that she has taken this agency in the wrong direction and lost sight of what her main mission is supposed to be.
Yeah, I was talking with former Congressman Jason Chaffetz earlier today. He's going to be on the program tomorrow. He, of course, was the chairman of the Oversight Committee back in 2014, 2015, when all of these problems with the Secret Service were going on and 2 directors lost their jobs. So we'll talk to him more tomorrow about all of that.